These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK. Bond contacts have lit me up starting a few hours ago. A Zurich contact told me they expect to be home and well funded and liquid by Friday evening. He would not give me any more than that on timing, so if Bond people liquid by Friday, that means T4B this weekend. This is what I'm thinking as well. I don't have any information telling me this. It just makes the most sense. If they are done by then, well, one of two things. We're either going to appointments or setting our appointments. Cross your fingers. Claire article quote, a parliamentary source reveals the number of votes required for a presidential candidate to win. Quote, the first round of secret balloting, the candidate gets 220 votes, then he will get to a second round between the first and second winners, and whoever gets the highest votes will win the position of presidency. In the second round, any candidate who gets more than 165 votes will be the president of the country. Frank 26, the next big thing that we're looking for is the government to be seated, and the pressure from the UN and the international world is going to get very loud this week. I think we're going to see an awful lot about the trueness of the government of Iraq. David M. Whitty says Iraqi parliament vote for president of the republic is between two candidates, Barham Saleh, the current president, and Abdel Latif Rashid, former minister. And obviously this is from yesterday, the 13th. David says the Iraqi parliament elects Abdel Latif Rashid as new president of the republic. Rashid to nominate Mohammed Shia Sudani as new PM. In Iraq, PM designee Mohammed Shia Sudani, I will form my new government in the shortest time possible, he says. Claire article quote, Al-Kazimi congratulates Abdul Latif Rashid on his election as president of the republic. Nothing is official unless there is a vote of confidence on the PM designate, and if not, they have to nominate someone else. So we need to wait and see how it develops. Rayren 98, Prime Minister designate Mohammed now has 30 days to form the government. Mark Z via PDK, Bond folks are sure geared up. I am excited for them. Hope they will be home by Friday evening with money in pockets. That is still the rumor out there. I think it is tight on the timeline, but Bond folks are extremely excited that they could be finished, that this is theirs, not mine. Bond folks did not receive dollars overnight, but they're now entering their window of expectations today. Cross your fingers, pray they get their blessings. When they get their blessing, we get our blessing. The general consensus is within 72 hours of them, we will be making appointments. Caparoni, Guru Mountain Goat, continues to argue that someday the Central Bank of Iraq will delete the zeros. Caparoni says, well, if they implemented delete 3 zeros plan, it is a neutral event LOP. This is well documented, including articles from the central bank. It is my belief Iraq will never implement the delete the 3 zeros, that it's only an option that they keep throwing out there to keep speculators out of buying dinar. Caparoni goes on to say, that being said, the delete 3 zeros is constantly being discussed and has referenced that it would take parliament approval. Again, this confirms the delete 3 zeros is a neutral event LOP because it changes the value of the notes in circulation. This would be the only reason Parliament would have to be involved in monetary policy. The central bank is independent in monetary policy. Mark Z via PDK, news today. Wow, where do we even start? The news has been overwhelming today. Articles, Al-Kazimi congratulates Al-Sudani for his assignment to form the new government, and a member of the Fatah Al-Sudani will announce booth within 2 weeks and reduce the dollar exchange, unquote. Mark Z says, pay attention to that one. They have given us a time as to when. This is enormous news today. If they are telling you 2 weeks, that means they have to do it before then, in my opinion. All right, Breitling community comment. It's been over 20 years and they're still having problems in their parliamentary and in their government positions, unquote. Breitling says, watch the fundamentals policy-wise. Then it makes sense. It's not 100%, it's 110%. They're going to add value to their currency, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. RV already, lastly, article, quote, Iraq elects new president and new prime minister today, unquote. RV already says, in the end, all it took for Iraq to get its act together was a threat by the UN to take over the government. All we need now is a word from the CBI to begin exchanges. The CBI is unlikely to expose the date or give a back wall. They will just spring it on us.